I'm Claire, answering all your questions, women's health and fitness for Power Play. And today we are continuing with our theme of pelvic floor in October. And we're going to talk about hypertonic pelvic floor. So if you haven't been screened by a women's health physio and you've been doing Kegels, like until you're blue in the face, like you have been training your pelvic floor, and you're not getting better or you're even getting worse, it's possible that you're too tight, too strong, or locked on. And they're all like this because we don't have the language to really describe what's going on in those pelvic muscles. But basically, a hypertonic pelvic floor is one that becomes too tense and is unable to relax. And you will still have stress incontinence with a hypertonic pelvic floor because it doesn't lift and drop at the right time. It just, okay, which means sometimes it just lets go. So if you've seen a women's health physio, they'll diagnose it. But if you haven't seen a women's health physio, symptoms include, they're actually similar to a weak or stretched or long pelvic floor, and they include constipation, painful sex, urge urinary incontinence. So that's when you put the key in the door and you just go. Not the one that happens when you sneeze, that's stress urinary incontinence. Pelvic pain, and it may also be, you may also just be tense in your pelvic region, like you've got hip pain, piriformis pain, lower back pain, coccygeus pain, like any of those little, or even just even your hamstrings, you'll get pain in your hamstrings. So it's really important for people with hypertonic pelvic floor, if you suspect you have a hypertonic pelvic floor, to learn how to drop, relax, and lengthen the 5 layers and 14 individual muscles of the pelvic floor. Okay, there's quite a lot going on down there. So we're going to use the same system as we used last week, where we start with isolation, but the emphasis is on the relaxation phase. So what I want you to do is relax the pelvic floor. If you're sitting down, feel the seat under you and try to let all the muscles in your pelvic region drop and spread over the chair. And then a short lift. And then a long relaxation, long, let it drop. Let it drop, let your belly muscles go, let your butt muscles go, let your thighs go, let your neck go, and lift, okay? Then we synchronize the breath. So if we're gonna do a long relaxation phase, we need to breathe in for 8 and out for between 1 and 4, depending on what you're comfortable with. So if I count to 8 and you concentrate on dropping, you're going to breathe in and drop the pelvic floor for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out, lift. Breathe in for 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe out, lift. Okay? Then we add visualization, and this time the picture in your brain has to be about gentle and dropping and relaxing, okay? So we use different language. If we were picking up peanuts last week or tissues, this week we're concentrating on putting them down and letting them spread, okay? So on the long inhale, we'll start with a jellyfish, okay? A jellyfish on land, okay? I want you to visualize what a jellyfish looks like when it's exposed to gravity, okay? So breathing in and your pelvic muscles become a jellyfish. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And lift. Okay, breathe in. Let the pelvic muscles become a jellyfish. Let them go, let them go, let them go. Breathing in. And pump. And if we can use the elevator doors for this one as well. So if you're on ground level and your doors are shut, I want you to go to basement level on your breath in and open the doors. So basement, open the doors, and then close the doors level 1. Okay, breathe in. Drop the pelvic floor all the way to basement or P1, P2. Open the doors. And close and lift. Okay, so whatever visualization you want. Another common one is the lotus flower. Anything that really helps you drop and soften. As women, we suck our bellies in. You've got to let your belly flop and relax and let go as well. It has to be soft and not squeezing so tight. So any visualization that resonates with you that lets you drop and relax, perfect. So then you progress that, like we've done this today sitting, but you would normally start lying down, progress to sitting, then to standing. Then we add power plate. So it's the same system as the strength training pelvic floor, but we're using the power plate this time to assist relaxation. So I like it on, say, 50 hertz and 60 seconds. And I'm not going to put it on because it makes too much noise when I try to talk to you. And we're going to get in the goddess pose. So that's feet. I want the soft bit of your foot resting against the power plate, your butt fairly close to the power plate, and your knees apart. Okay, palms are up. And then during this minute, we're going to really focus on the hum of the vibration and the letting go and opening up and softening of the inner thigh and the pelvic floor and the belly muscles. And you'll lie here for a minute. If you get uncomfortable, you can just go toes out, calves on the plate, because that can be quite an intense stretch if you're tight through the pelvic floor or the adductors. This is a halfway, okay? So it'll get you there eventually. And over time, you can just bring it in until you're comfortable relaxing here. Okay? That's your tip of the week, hypertonic pelvic floor. Keep sending me your questions because I want to make sure what I'm giving you is relevant and that you're actually interested and that you're getting something out of it. I'll see you all next week.